Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Lake Clan Legends. This is Michael.
This is Todd.
And this is Logan, and today we're playing Dungeons & Dragons 2014 5th Edition. We're continuing on our campaign with Wrokk and Bran.
Indeed.
Do you guys recall what happened last time?
We went into the kingdom. We
The Elven Kingdom.
the Elven Kingdom and tried to and snuck into the tried to be detected.
There was a shot that came from the bell tower, or we believe from the bell tower, and then there were scorch marks around the bell tower, like something threw a
Fireball back at
flame thing back at them.
Fireball or firebolt.
Well,
Okay?
so you guys are up at the top of the bell tower. You've just recently stashed the blade you found into your bag of holding.
Oh, yeah.
Blade.
It's a short dagger.
Oh yeah, I don't want that.
It seems to be like beautifully elven crafted, as you'd expect from assumed elven blade. Well, so what do you guys want to do?
The King Beyblade, right? Was that it? That's the one that I have marked on my...
No, that's the kingdom.
Oh, okay. That's the kingdom.
It's just it's a small dagger.
Just a small dagger.
I don't think I wrote down a blade. I took it though, put it in the bag of holding.
I think so.
Yeah.
At least you guys inspected it.
Blade. Well, we gotta know.
Yeah, we have it now.
Is there anything
So?
you guys like to do?
Well, um, you said we inspected it. I'm gonna take another look at it just to refresh my memory,
Yeah.
even though it was only a few minutes ago.
I'll do that too.
Is there
Well-
anything special about it?
It seems to be yeah, it's sort of like twirly patterns upon like the side of the blade.
Okay.
You'd say it's very beautifully crafted, like even better than a lot of human things. Except, actually, I'm gonna need you to make me a perception check.
Okay.
Me too.
Sure.
Okay, I have advantage on that.
10?
Nat 20.
So you notice.
So 24.
So you touch your finger to the blade lightly, just to see how sharp it is. You notice it's not that terribly sharp.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
No, it looks like an elven blade, but it's not sharp,
I'm joking.
right? It looks like an
Yeah,
elven blade.
you'd guess that murder isn't its main intention.
Yeah.
Or
Maybe more like a ceremonial blade or a
maybe
showpiece or something.
just a blade that hadn't been cared about too much.
Okay. All right. Nothing else. I'll look at the hilt. Is there like a secret compartment? Does it unscrew or?
It doesn't seem to. It just seems to be a blade.
Working with thieves, they find all kinds of places to hide things. So
It's true. Oh yeah, and with your nat 20, as you're actually, I'm gonna need you guys to roll me another perception check.
okay.
That's a 22.
Well, you notice as you're like getting up and looking around. Well, just as your eyes widen a little bit as he's checking out the blade, you seem to notice someone on the ground. They seem to be wearing a set of like almost like gold armor, but more like gold, like plated, decorated, very fancy armor.
Hmm.
As you're looking around, well, as you're looking and you spot him, he seems to not notice, I guess.
Okay.
Is he alive?
Yeah. So he's walking. Sorry.
Oh.
Like he's walking by
Oh.
on the ground. Sorry.
Okay. I thought we found somebody like laying
No.
it. We missed. Okay.
Oh, I thought there was a dead guy.
Yo. Okay.
Okay. So
He seems to catch your eye, and you seem that he might be important.
can we follow him?
He is. Do you want to go down the tower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll go off in the direction that he was heading.
Okay. You go down the tower. And
Should we roll a stealth check?
do you want to be stealthy
No.
about leaving the tower?
No.
No.
I don't think we need to be.
I think we just need to follow him.
Yo, these rolls are bad. Okay, well, you go down, you open the door, and he seems to not be paying. He doesn't seem to pay any attention to it.
Okay.
So you're gonna follow him?
Yeah. He's going somewhere, right?
Seems like it. Maybe like patrolling.
Okay.
So as you're following him,
Looks important enough to notice.
yeah, as you're following him, yeah, you're following him. He moves over into the moon elf area, or
Okay.
the sun elf area.
The sun elf
Yeah,
area.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
How are things different in the sun elf area as we're
Well,
or can we cross freely?
you can. It
Okay.
seems to be a free cross, but as you're, but as he's as he's starting to go over, you do like make me a perception check.
Another one?
Yes.
We're perceiving things.
15? 20. Not that.
Well, you notice that a sun elf goes over, or actually, a moon elf comes over to the sun elf side. Another one off of the distance, and he seems to be yelling at him in anger. He seems to be talking about how could your kind kill the queen or something. Like,
Okay. Can we sit and listen or
sure.
listen to the conversation like around a corner or something like that?
Yeah.
So it's not noticeable.
Well, they keep yelling back and forth, insulting each other, insulting the elves, and then so like the moon elf says, I don't even know why we live in unison. And the sun elf comes up and he sucker punches him right in the face, knocking the other guy down. And the guard comes up, and the guard that you were following, he says, Stop! Halt! What is with this fighting? We hate these moon elves, he says. I think they're the ones who killed the queen. I don't trust them. Says the guard says, there is no need for this blatant racism. We don't know who killed them. It couldn't have even, it might not even have been an elf.
That's fair.
I hope it's not a bugbear.
Do you remember killing the queen?
No.
Okay.
Okay, do you actually say that?
Not out loud. I whisper.
Okay. So, the guard, as he's resolving this, he spots you three. Says, and he's like, "We have visitors." Well,
Hi. Well, we couldn't help but overhear your wonderful conversation. We're actually looking into what happened as an outside resource. Is there anything that you could tell me that happened that evening?
well. Hmm. Well, I spotted someone up on the bell tower of the night.
Okay.
I spotted someone, and I saw a streak of light shoot towards the castle, towards the keep.
That's fair.
And so I took my magic, I shot a fireball up at the tower to stop them.
Ah, that would explain.
But I haven't seen no such person since. But I don't think it stopped them.
Okay. Well, let me ask you something. I will reach into my bag and pull out that blade and say, "We found this blade in the bell tower. Is there anything that do you know who it might belong to or who would carry such a blade?"
I could not give you a good answer. I haven't seen such a blade.
So it's not Elven?
Well, I might have, but I mean, every elf crafts a blade differently.
That's fair.
For the name of the sport,
Right.
each
Right,
blade
right.
has its own soul, some consider. I
Very cool.
I don't think I've personally seen it.
Hmm.
And I don't know who would have crafted it. And who are you guys?
Well, we're sent from the
Watersburg?
yes, we were sent from Wittersburg to help investigate the death of the Queen.
I ain't hired no such people. Hmm.
Are you in charge of hiring people?
Well, I'm the head guard. I'm the head captain of the guard. And I haven't. Usually, in our sort of government area, we'd hire someone like a detective. I've heard of no such information.
Well, we heard about the troubles and decided to come north just to try to help out.
Voluntarily.
Right. We weren't specifically hired. But where there's a problem, we figured we'd help out. And we ran into some Fey folk along the way, and they pointed us in this direction as well.
Yeah, the Force, the Fae, they all know us.
Right.
You saved a town of small, fast people from a weird big ghoul thing.
Indeed, we did.
Hmm.
Quicklings and fairies.
So I guess you've some honorable traits.
Of course we do.
Hmm. Well,
Make a deception check.
sure.
That would be a 17.
He fails. He believes that you're quite honorable.
That's fair. I'm quite honorable.
I was joking.
Well,
I'd rather do a deception check than an intimidation check. I'm not all that intimidating.
You're not?
Yeah.
well, he says, I mean, we could take this blade from you and we could solve it out with our people.
I was thinking about going to one of the blacksmiths around here and see if they knew who had crafted it. Maybe even they could figure out who they sold it to.
Bugbear, a human, a guy in a mask. It's quite a team. Well, sure, you can go on your ways, but I shall. But this will be known by most of our people.
That is fair.
And as he's talking, another guy seems to, like, behind him, another guy seems to start being aggressive with another guy, and he's like, and he, like, well, this is short, and he runs after them to try and stop them. What are you gonna do?
Well, I think we better wander ourselves to the market area over on this side while we're here. He just seems to be a guard patrolling.
Well, so you're gonna go to a blacksmith.
Keep him in.
So you spot. So as you're walking, trying to search, are you gonna do one like a sun elf or a moon elf one?
Well, we're over on the Sun Elf side. Let's go check the Sun Elf side.
So you go over and you spot a building with like a hammer outside, like a sign with a
Smoke coming out of the chimney.
yeah, the basic blacksmith kind of stuff.
Okay. And we'll go in and
It's like the anvil.
right the hammer.
Yeah, you walk in, you see an elf with there's like a few stations, there's a bunch of tools. Well, I mean, there's probably a few stools around, but it's a bunch of tools everywhere on the walls at the different stations.
Do they have some blades in there?
Yes, you notice a few blades, and you see a guy with thick goggles on, with a hammer, smashing a piece of metal on the anvil.
Hey, buddy.
Like somebody says, huh? Oh, hello! What brings you here?
Well, we were just looking for a new blade. I'm looking at some of the craftsmanship. Is there anything that closely resembles the markings that are on the blade that we see?
I mean, a lot of them seem to resemble it, but none, like, there's no exact copy-paste symbols.
Okay.
But I mean, to your knowledge, they seem close enough.
Okay.
I'm assuming you haven't done much with elves, right?
Yeah.
Not, yeah.
Well,
Alright. So yeah, you don't really notice any similar patterns.
All right. So we're going to look around a little bit and I'm going to say, well, to be honest, I have a blade that I think it needs sharpening. And I really wanted to take it to the craftsman that originally made the knife, the blade. Can I show it to you? See if maybe it's one of your works.
Why, sure. I've made plenty of blades. You should be able to remember.
All right. Well, I'll pull the blade out. Give it to him. What do you think of this?
He takes it. Says, "There's a pretty good crafted dagger. It's very blunt." He takes like one of his goggle lenses and he cranks it.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking closer, like with his one eye closed. It's like, to recall this. This might be a moon elf thing. Some patterns that kind of remind me of some moon elf symbols.
Okay.
And he cranks his little goggle back as he looks at you.
You should probably ask the moon elves that.
And it's definitely not a killing blade. Where'd you say you found this?
A friend of mine gave it to me.
Seems to be some sort of sacrificial thing. Well, like maybe like a blood bind or something.
Bloodbind dagger?
It seems that its purpose is to deal a little bit of damage.
Not a lot.
Maybe to weaken or threaten. I couldn't tell you much beyond that.
Definitely doesn't look sharp.
He takes it and he hands it to you. He says, "Do you want me to sharpen it? Upgrade it?"
No, I think maybe we'll wander over to the Moon Elf side and see if...
That's fair. I got a chain. I think a chain to your blades can sometimes be cool. You could wear it like a keychain. Have it on your belt.
We'll be fine for
I'll tell you what, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, okay.
But to be honest with you, I do have a sword that I could use sharpening. If I could leave with you.
I can sharpen a blade.
So I'll pull a long sword out of my bag of holding. And
Where did that sword... He takes a look in confusion. What?
It's a magical bag.
Ow.
I'll pull that out. And can you do anything with this if I leave it with you for the day?
I could probably. What kind of blade are you trying to?
Just a long sword.
Okay. Sure.
I'm sure it's probably a human sword or something.
If I sharpen a weapon, will it like deal more damage?
No.
Ah.
Well,
what does sharpening a weapon?
I would say no. Well, you should typically take care of your blades.
Oh.
I mean, yeah. Unless you want to give him some sort of magical thing to try and do.
I mean, essentially you're a fighter, so you would typically take care of your blades and stuff like that, but you're not really a blade fighter.
Well, I'm using a fire longsword.
Yeah, but that's magical, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't need sharpening.
Right, it doesn't lose its touch.
This
is really just my way of...
I'm using a fire hammer, a fire sword, and a longbow.
Right. This is just my way of paying him for...
He takes the blade, says, this will be about 8 silver, I think. It's a little bit of human work, which humans, they're not the best crafters. At least to some elven skills.
Well, let me ask you. Do you have a long sword that maybe I could exchange this one and buy one of yours?
I'm sure if you want.
I could use something of an upgrade.
Can you sharpen my hammer?
You don't know what being a blacksmith is, do you?
No.
Well, maybe you should pursue it, and you could try and sharpen your hammer. Everyone needs a goal. Maybe that could be yours. But you want to trade out the blade?
You realize I was making a joke.
I don't think he did.
Oh. I'm a master in my skill. And you want to joke about my skill?
No.
Please, sir.
I know you can't sharpen a hammer. Meant to be a blunt object.
You can sharpen anything.
I mean,
technically.
It's possible if you have the right mindset.
Okay.
Well,
Is there a sword available?
Yeah.
Something that looks...
Goes back, picks up a sword off the wall. It says, "Here, you want it? I'll take a gold for the difference."
That's fair.
I mean, elves. I spent a lot of time carving this beauty. You'll probably get compliments for it.
That's what I'm looking for.
You? I don't know about your hammers. And he hands you the sword.
Right. I'll take it. It's very nice. Is there enough room to swing it around?
Yeah.
It's all just to try it out.
You can use
Feels
a
really
long
nice
sword.
and balanced, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can use a long sword.
And I will thank him for his business. Okay. Let's go to the moon elf side. Yes, I can use a long sword. I'm a human.
Oh yeah.
You can.
And a rogue.
Oh yeah, frogs can. Wait, can they?
Yeah, pretty sure they can. I'll double check. Rogues can use simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, and short swords.
Yep.
Wait,
Like how you could use a sickle.
a short sword's a martial weapon?
Yes.
Yes. Right.
Yes.
Short sword.
Yeah. And scimitars, I think.
Oh, never opened
Yeah,
right up to
rapiers.
me.
Yeah, rapiers are.
Not too far.
That's the only D6 light weapon that's simple is the hand axe.
Yes, martial weapons. Short sword, scimitar, rapier, long sword.
Yeah.
The only simple weapons are spear, sickle, quarterstaff, mace, light hammer, javelin, hand axe, great club,
Yeah,
dagger.
I think
club.
the only light weapon that deals a D6 damage and is simple is the hand axe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so I think we should wander over to the moon elf. I will put that blade, once we leave this, well, when I get the sword, I will scabbard it and put it on my belt. Once we leave the store, I will put it back in the bag of holding for the time being.
So Valus.
Okay. Just because we're going from the sun elf to the moon elf, and I don't want to fight about
Yeah, that's fair.
it.
So Valus actually takes a look at the dagger a little bit.
Okay.
Like, he takes a few peeks. He's like, I think I've owned a dagger similar to that.
Mm.
It's definitely some sort of moon elven stuff. I mean, it took me a second. I don't really buy sun elf stuff, but after I saw them,
We can see the difference in the craftsmanship.
yeah. So, you guys continue on. You find another little blacksmith, except instead of a hammer being out on the front, it's a sword and a sickle on an anvil.
Okay.
Okay.
So you go in, and there's still smoke coming out of the roof. And you go in. This room's very different. It's almost, well, I mean, it's a little darker in theme,
Okay.
but also like it's kind of more clean and like the guys organized.
More organized than the sun elf?
A little bit.
Oh.
I could see that.
Huh.
Okay. I will look around again. Do I see anything that looks similar to the blade that I'm...
You see a bunch of blades and daggers. And there's a moon elf at the end, doing his work on his table. He seems to be carving out little symbols on a blade.
I'm gonna show the blade to the moon owl.
Who who are you? And what what would you like? What brings you here?
We are trying to figure out where this dagger we have is from.
A dagger?
It's a dagger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He takes it with with his metal arm. He reaches out, he grabs it. Hmm. I think I recall this blade. Oh, it was a great work. Someone said they needed it for some sort of they someone said they need to lightly slash themselves, like poke them lightly. He said to make it really blunt. I don't know why, but it's not my responsibility for what they do.
Do you know who you sold it?
Usually some sort of self-defense. I mean, if you've seen these moon elves, they're not. There wasn't anything that really stood out.
Wait, is this guy not an elf?
Well, he is.
Oh, okay.
Well, the moon elf, they often can be very. Sometimes they like to dress very similar, and sometimes they don't love very different traits. Because, I don't know, causes peace between them.
Do you know the name of the person you sold it to?
No. Where'd you say you guys found this blade?
Oh, we acquired it in Game of Chance.
Game of chance. Huh. It's a beauty. How would someone want to give it away a chance?
No choice, I guess.
Mm.
They lost all their coin, needed to get rid of something. You know, some people are just addicted to the chance, to cards,
Gambling.
gambling.
Mm. Well, I mean,
Can't say that I caught the guy's name, but I was curious about his well-being. Make sure he was okay.
I haven't seen. Well, I mean, I've sold it to someone. I don't recall his name or features. He just. I mean, there's probably some sort of great magic you could do to figure it out.
That's fair. Is there somewhere that we could acquire that we could hire a magician to do such a thing?
Well, I mean, there's a diviner.
Precisely.
Yeah, there's a diviner with a small area, and I think some of the royal government has a court of people who do that kind of stuff. Though I'm gonna say, if they even exist, your chance is probably zero to get there.
How about just a freelance diviner?
Yeah, there's probably one.
Do you know where we could find them?
Hmm.
Freelance?
They work for hire.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there should be
Looks like they do it. They have their own shop. They don't work for somebody else.
Okay.
there should be one below below one of the taverns. Below the Mooncrest Tavern.
Oh, Mooncrest Tap.
Below.
Now we're talking.
They've set up a cellar.
How do we get below the Mooncrest Tavern? Is it just an open area, or?
Well, there should be some sort of cellar door. They might be locked. So I'll give you this. It's a small key.
Okay.
This should be able to unlock it. At least get you some sort of way there.
Nice. I will take the key.
Open. So, is there anything else you need? You need a new blade?
I was curious about what you sold here. Is there anything that would fit my style
Blades,
as an upgrade?
blades, daggers. We even have many sets of mithril if you need.
Really?
Man, I am a. Well, I was once a great adventurer.
Fascinating.
So I know what they need.
I'm sure mithril is way out of my price range.
Might be. I mean, I don't really have magic artifacts that I'm willing to sell.
That's completely understood. Can I see your mithril armor?
Well, he goes up, and you notice. Well, yeah, he goes up, and he has he has like a suit of like plate mail. This this is some great armor. Spent me much time. Hope it finds an adventurer who needs it.
Well,
I hope it's not one of them stupid royal guard.
to be honest with why? What's wrong with the royal guard?
Oh, they're always so stuck up. I want this to be for an adventure, not so these guys could boss us.
Ah, well, that makes sense.
Mm.
Mm. I'm fairly certain plate armor is outside of our budget. We are just mere travelers.
Well, I mean, I have some scale mail, some splint.
And 5 gold short from splint. And it also wouldn't change anything on my armor class.
I've got mithril chain shirt.
Hey, I can afford that.
Chain
Though it doesn't
shirt.
look.
I mean,
What's the rule on mithril?
Isn't it light?
I don't have a DM for it.
Well, I do.
Can't you wear it under clothing?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. You don't get disadvantage on stealth or dex, and it doesn't have the strength requirement.
We don't get disadvantage on with a chain shirt anyway.
Hold up, that's useless.
But
Armor is there? That's
chainmail.
pretty.
Chainmail has
Sure.
disadvantage.
Sure, chainmail. You splint
Gives you
chain.
a 16 You need a strength of 13 to wear it.
Do I have chainmail or scale mail?
I don't. What are you wearing?
Which
I think I have scale mail. Scale mail is better.
No. While he's looking, I will ask the guy. I have a couple of items that I would be interested in letting go of. One of them, if you don't mind me saying, um, I actually have a prosthetic arm, and I see you have a metal arm. I don't know if that would help in some kind of way.
I
I don't
mean,
even know which arm it is.
it's his right arm.
Yeah, I don't know which one that I have though.
Oh,
I'm assuming his arm is probably magical or some sort of thing. But I figured I'd offer it.
well, I mean, this could always be good if I ever lose my other one.
Is it the right arm?
Is it the same arm? When I pull it out of the bag, it's the same arm that he has. It's metal. I didn't write down whether it was right or left.
I don't think I gave you a direction.
I don't think you did.
I think it's a right. Actually, I think does the rule say?
I don't know.
I think Xanathars has it.
That's insanity. Hold on, I'll go check.
Or I might have found it off of the other DM guide.
Right, these are the what's it called? Captain Downtime Revisited. Kind of mechanics, caterpillars, see falling.
Oh yeah, probably look creepy.
I don't think it's in here.
I believe I have my helmet on.
Tying knots. Adamantium weapons.
Oh wait, no one should be able to tell that I'm a bugbear.
So replace it. So I guess I decide.
Okay. Yeah, it's not in here.
That it's a left arm.
Oh, so it's not the one we need.
Well, I mean, if his other arm falls off.
Well, that's fair. Is it something he'd be interested in?
Why? I'd take another arm. I don't want to have another false arm, but I mean, metal-handed. Can I see that kind of arm?
I will show it to him. I'll pull it out of my bag and show it to him.
It's a skeleton's arm. Like it's a black skeleton's arm.
Leave for the prosthetic arm.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Just leave it a prosthetic.
I mean,
arm.
That's what he told me. That's what I wrote down.
Sweet.
well, he takes a second to like try and he makes an Arcana check. And he passes it. And he's like, this is a magical arm that shall attach.
Oh?
Well, it attaches. Well, it's a prosthetic arm. It attaches when you've lost an arm. I mean, I still have my arm.
So it's a replacement for an arm.
Yeah.
It's magical. Works like a normal arm, huh?
Yeah.
I only question it because we had to fight dark fiery skeletons that burned down Watersburg.
Wait.
What?
Wait, where'd you guys say you were from?
Watersburg.
Can I take that back, please? Can I take that back?
Okay, you didn't actually tell him you guys
Yeah.
came from. This is the one guy you didn't. So Valus turns his mask face
I didn't say it.
slowly and looks straight at you.
Okay.
Now, you can't see his eyes, but you know he's staring at you.
Yeah, he's shooting daggers at you.
A sad story I heard. Good thing we're not from there.
Uh-oh. Oh, I know what to do with this.
Okay.
So,
All right. So I've got a prosthetic arm. Is he interested in? Maybe he's got something that I could use that's magical. We could trade with.
well, what did you want for this arm? I should say. The prosthetic arm.
A blade that would match my fighting style.
Hey, why don't we want this guy to know we're from Watersburg?
Because you just told that we got burned down.
Oh, yeah.
Your whole lie is you're from Watersburg.
I mean, technically, we're not wrong. We are from Watersburg.
Sort of.
Sort of, but the whole thing is that they hopefully should know that it's just down due to a virus, not everyone's dead.
Right. All right.
Uh,
Anyway, let's keep our business going. I could use.
I didn't mean to say that.
I know. An upgrade rapier, and maybe a magical longsword.
Well, for a magic longsword, I'm gonna need a little. Oh,
What's this?
And that one's down.
that doesn't have magic longswords. Without
There's stuff everywhere. One of the follies of playing D&D. All the dice hit the floor.
Don't just
Just let it go.
I'm just cleaning up some stuff because I need dice.
Well, here, I can give you some.
I got it.
Okay.
I was just grabbing a phone.
So, what are you guys gonna do from here? Oh yeah, sorry. What are you guys?
I'm waiting on you.
Okay, so what else do you have? Unless do you want to trade a common item for a common item?
I have other common items to get rid of, but I would rather just. I'm looking for an upgrade.
Well, I've got.
I don't need prayer beads.
Yeah. No one can use prayer beads.
What are prayer beads?
Are you a cleric, paladin, or druid?
Oh,
Yes.
What?
All the above.
Um.
Multi-class.
What?
Multi-class.
Uh. Well, I have many magic items.
Well, you said you were collecting for adventurers. We happen to be on an adventure.
Hmm. Ooh. Well, I've got a javelin of lightning. It's interesting.
No, that's not really what I'm looking for.
That's fair. Well, I've got an immovable rod. If you'd like that.
Hmm. Okay. No big deals.
You could get 5 gloves of missile snaring. I mean, sadly, I only have one hand to wear it.
Correct.
I would have collected it, but he takes a look at his hands. Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
I've got gloves of thievery.
That would be interesting.
Hmm.
How much do you have for the club?
Well, I mean,
Buying them probably just yells out loud, I'm a thief.
Probably.
Gloves of thievery.
my old rogue friend used them, and he was great.
What are we talking?
Well, what are these prices?
It's a good question.
Here we go. I need maybe around 2 common magic items, maybe 3.
You trading?
Well, I'm assuming you're gonna use the arm, unless you want to exclude the arm.
Oh no, we could. I have two items that you could be interesting. I have the prosthetic arm, and I also have this cloak.
Ooh, close up protection.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that. I'll do that as
You
a
have
trade.
one,
I know.
and I have a different cloak. So
Oh yeah.
So he takes these gloves, and they're like black, thin gloves.
right.
Gives them to you. Says, "Here," and you give him the cloak and the
Arm.
arm. Says, "Thank you. I shall use these, hopefully, to guide some adventurer."
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate your.
Wait, what does the cloak of
Oh,
protection
I'm gonna
Gives you a
regret
plus
that.
1 to your armor class.
Oh, so are you gonna put them on?
Yes, I'll put them on.
Well, you put them on, and you don't see them. Like they go invisible.
Nice.
Yeah, you have invisible gloves.
You get a +5 bonus to sleight of hand checks, and checks to pick locks.
Oh. +5 to pick locks, and
+5 to sleight of hand.
I'm gonna regret this, ain't
Yep.
Dang it.
+5 to sleight of hand. Ooh. Fantastic. Now I can get a 13 on my sleight of hand checks.
+13?
No, I have +11, and I'm gonna roll a 2. So.
No. 13 is good.
Right. The best part is I have a +14 with thieves tools. There's no lock out there I can't pick.
Ooh.
Expertise.
This guy should have that. Why should I give this guy?
Yeah.
Expertise in
Do I have
sleight of
expertise? Oh, in sleight of hand? Probably.
Can you get expertise in the first sleight of hand in the future? Is another question.
Well, I'm proficient. I have expertise in stealth, thieves' tools, perception, acrobatics.
Oh, so no.
So no. Why do I have such a high number? Oh, because I just got +5. Yeah, it's a +6.
If you get
Which is 3
if you
plus my
get
proficiency bonus.
if you get expertise, you can get a +13.
14 expertise
Oh yeah,
plus 3.
14. Yeah, it's 2 times your proficiency.
Yeah.
Plus 14.
Plus 14. Correct. All right, so let's wander off. We're gonna go find ourselves a diviner.
A diviner. Well,
We're going to the Mooncrest
correct.
Tavern with our special key. Hey, I got rid of magic items. He probably made out well on that.
Yeah, I think the cloak of protection's uncommon.
I think so too.
So, you go, you get to the tavern.
Hmm.
And you go around back, you spot like a little entrance to a cellar.
Wait, why did the blacksmith have a key to this?
Probably because he goes there.
Oh, that would make sense.
Well,
That's a good idea, though.
Well, you're at the cellar. I
Yeah.
think that's where I want to end the session here.
Okay, that's fair.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.
Maybe even drop a comment if you want.
Yep.
We'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you for watching.